Item number, YOS-2414. Object Class, Euclid. Containment Procedures. All YOS-2414 packages are to be stored in Containment Locker 42 at Site Redacted. All packages are only to be tested with the approval of 2 Level 2 personnel, and are to be used by D-Class personnel. YOS-2414-1 instances are to be kept in a 10 by 10 by 10 meter containment chamber with a 6 meter tank filled with water in order to allow for mobility. Each chamber is to be fitted with 7 instances of YOS-2414-1 each, and are to be interviewed accordingly. No personnel other than Class D are to consume the contents of each YOS-2414 package. Doing so will be sent into a separate containment room of YOS-2414-1 instances until conversion is completed. Description: YOS-2414 are a collection of packaged gummy candy similar to that of the Haribo brand. The only difference to the bags are the shapes of the candy, which resemble mermaids. The title of the bag read, Mermaids, with no information of nutrition located anywhere on the bags. Each individual gummy candy has individual colors, such as red, blue, yellow, green, and orange, and the flavors for each has not been mentioned on the packaging. When a male human subject consumes the contents of the candy, a physical effect will become noticeable within 12 hours. The subject's internal organs will change, and will be replaced with female organs. Their chromosomes will also change into female chromosomes, and their body shape will resemble that of a female. Once the feminine body is fully developed, their legs will fuse together, and will form into a large scaly green tail. Subjects who reach this point will become incapable of moving on land, minus the flopping, and will resort to swimming in bodies of water. Their hair will also change, and become shiny long red hair. Subjects will immediately develop gills when entering water, but are still able to breathe in the air. The physical change will finish after the last hour without further changes. The subjects, now as a YOS-2414-1 instance, will keep their memories prior to the event, but will often forget certain things in their life. Subjects that do remember have reported the change to be painless. YOS-2414-1 instances swim around a body of water for an extended period of time, but will mostly stay immobile on top of the water's surface. YOS-2414-1 instances rarely at times drag nearby males to the water they're in, and disappear with them. What happens to the member and dragged subject is uncertain, but GPS tracking of subjects show that they are transported somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. The member will eventually transport back into the location where it was transported from, although without the dragged subject. YOS-2414 was discovered in a 7-Eleven store when people spotted a previously unknown packaging of gummies shaped like mermaids. Later investigations by local authorities found females with a tail flopping helplessly on the ground, both at the sidewalks in most houses, and had the packaging sitting beside them. The Foundation later gave the witnesses amnestics, and the packaged candies and the tailed women were taken into custody. Addendum 2414-1. Interviews. The following are multiple interviews conducted on Class D personnel who consumed YOS-2414. Interview 01. Interviewer, Dr. Matthew. Interviewed, D25930, YOS-2414-1. Forward, D25930 ate the contents of an individual YOS-2414 package, and fully converted after 12 hours. Good morning, D25930. Who are you again? Dr. Matthew, remember? Oh yeah, it's you. What the hell happened to me anyway? I at least expected you would know. It's just, my legs suddenly don't work anymore, and I was strangely very good at swimming even though I wasn't previously. Judging by the tail, did I just turn into a freaking fish? Not exactly, you still have some human features, albeit more different than before. So I just turned into a mermaid, huh? Ha, shouldn't even be surprised at this point because you guys have some weird shit in this place. Also, what happened to my voice? It sounds girly now. That candy also changed your voice, I know that. I don't know why I even asked. I'd like you to answer this one question. Did the mermaid change hurt you in any way? No. Well, just at the point I can't walk anymore, and I could definitely feel my chest pushing against something, but I'm too afraid to look. So I guess it wasn't very bad. Interesting. What do you think of the others that look like you? Nothing much really, I just spent my time under the water, but for some reason it felt like I was drowning. The others though, some of them just ignored me, and swam off. Although I did get some attention from others, I didn't feel like talking to me, neither did the others that I've gotten attention from. I don't know whether I should believe what I'm going to say or just ignore it, but I feel like they're planning something. I fear that they might do something wrong to themselves, you, or even me. So that's probably the reason why I didn't converse with them. Excellent information D25930, I'll take my leave now. Wait, doctor, can I ask you something very quickly? What is it? Can you come with me in the water, so that I can show you the beauty of aquatic life? No thanks, I'm okay, besides I don't want to get my clothes wet, thanks for the question though. Closing statement, D25930 then went under the water as Dr. Matthew left the chamber, and hasn't been spotted for 2 days. D25930 re-emerged 2 days later. Interview 02. Interviewer, Dr. Matthew. Interviewed, D79901. D79901 was humming a lullaby beside the edge of the pool as Dr. Matthew entered and neared the subject. Greetings D79901. D79901 gets startled by Matthew's talking, causing it to briefly lose balance and kicks water out of the pool with its tail before restoring balance. Oops, sorry, did that get you? Only a little got on me, but I'm fine with that. Man, you just scared me, I was humming a beautiful song. Yeah, and a different one at that. Huh? What song is that? Duh, it's Pop Goes the Weasel. Wait no, it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. No, that's too childish. Will on the Bus? No, that's not it either. You know what, I don't know, it's just my favorite song but I don't know what it's called. Strange. Anyway, how do you feel? I feel fine, why do you ask? I'm saying, do you feel strange at all? Well, I did at some point. Some large bulges were appearing on my chest, and I thought it was some big-ass wasp that stung me or something. I guess it was a new feature I developed, because when I squeezed it, white stuff was coming out. I'm also wearing this, it's like a tail or something. I thought this was a cosplaying thing or something, but I don't remember wearing it. I can't take it off though, it's like it's a part of me, pretty fucking creepy. Did I turn into a mermaid or some shit? You know what, don't answer, I'm already confused enough. Interesting information D79901. One more question before I go. What do you think about the other mermaids? Ah, well, instead of answering that, let's go see the fishes. Well, what are you doing? D79901 suddenly grabs Dr. Matthew and attempts to pull him under the water. Matthew struggles to get out of the subject's grip, but eventually frees himself when the subject drags him underwater. Matthew coughs, spits, and panting. What was that all about? Ah, what's wrong? Scared to see the fishes? Was it really necessary to drag me in there like that? Maybe you just don't like the fishes, or you don't think I'm pretty enough. Bummer, see you later fish hater. D79901 sinks underwater and disappears from view. I'm out of here. Closing statement, Dr. Matthew then wrote a note to the Solvers Committee requesting to use D-Class personnel to interact with instances of YOS-2414-1. The request was later approved. Interview 03. Interviewer, D80812. Interviewed, D98203. Forward, D80812 was sent in the chamber, and given a clipboard with a singular sheet of paper written with questions for D98203. Hello there. OMG, hi, jolly evening isn't it? You seem oddly happy today. What's with that? Oh, you know, swimming around here does get enjoyable after a while. Well, I want to ask you some questions. How are you feeling today? I feel fantastic, don't believe me, I swim around these waters with a smile on my face, there's no denying that. Were you experiencing pain after a while? Nope, nothing hurts, not even my joy. Next question then, what do you think of the others in this pool? Oh, you know, they're pretty chill, ignorant at times, but they're still my buddies. Buddies, you say? Yes, buddies. I love all of them, and for you though, you are very cute. Anyway, enough questions, come with me. Whoa! D80812 gets dragged by D98203 underwater, and disappears out of sight. Note, at this point, D80812 gets transported to a random location, but GPS tracking sounds that they are somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. A brief audio log was heard by D80812's radio audio, which focuses on both subjects conversing with one another. The sound of water swirling partially muffles the voices of both D80812 and D98203, but a few words were recognized. Whoa, where are we? This is the unintelligible, the largest, unknown word. Why are we underwater? So that unknown word, how good, unintelligible, things are. This is unintelligible, absurd, I'm going to drown here. I assure you that you'll be fine. Oh, look at the time to, unknown word, bye-bye. Wait, you're just going to leave. 2 minutes of silence. Anyone, please help, I'm going to. 4 minutes of silence. That little. Why leave me? At this point, the connection to D80812's radio cuts out, and D80812 is presumed to be deceased. Addendum 2414-2, note from Dr. Matthew, either YOS-2414-1 instances are trying to drown them by transporting them to the ocean underwater, or just want them to see the ocean floor. YOS-2414-1 instances don't seem to show malicious intent by doing this, and are just doing it to take them by surprise. It is also noted that these instances don't have any prior knowledge of themselves before turning into mermaids, either some memories stayed or disappeared entirely. It is almost like the candy imprints something into the subject's brain to make them act like this, and makes them possibly addicted to taking people with them to the ocean, or just a weird instinct. Further analysis of this candy into what causes this behavior is ongoing.